Hello everyone and welcome back to the New York Empoleon's Week 3 Battle of the GBA Season 10. We are here this week and we will be taking on the Bullet Punch Club. Head coach is Uzi Gunner, but for the first time this season we will actually be taking on an assistant coach in Maddie Brolick, or Brolick. I apologize for not actually knowing how to pronounce that. But Maddie and I will be taking our game on tonight here in this Week 3 game, and it is a New York Empoleon home game, which means we do have the ability to get one extra point just for winning it. But definitely go check them out. Links in the description below, as are all of the coaches in the GBA this season. And another thing I want to address is that you actually will be seeing my footage. Maddie does not have the ability to record the footage, so I will be sending my footage over, and Uzi will actually be live commenting over the plays that he sees as the battle happens, obviously from my perspective instead of from Matt's perspective, but it's going to be really interesting. I'm definitely going to go check that out, so you should too. But if you've already watched that and you just want to see what I was talking about, then here we go. This is going to be the team we're bringing this week, just double checking all of the sets that I have are correct. And these look like the right sets, so we're going to go ahead and jump out of this, put the team into the battle box, and call it good. So, I want to address a couple of things as we get this battle started, before anything else. And sorry, they said they're searching. All right. So, this week's been tough for me. Last week when I did my Week 2 battle, I had been doing it in the midst of going out to visit my grandmother in the hospital a lot. And the day after that battle took place, she passed away. So that was really challenging for me at the time. My mind has definitely been in a different place than Pokemon over the last week or so. Also, I have the team exactly right, except I had Lycanroc Dusk over Clodsire coming, but the team is Dragonite, Goldango, Azumarill, Meowscarada, Uxie, and Clodsire. Which makes me kind of want to lead with Scarf Chomp here. Meowscarada being like the one kind of annoying lead, but it's not even that annoying. Like I just go into Fortress and it's fine. Or I just attack it and kill it with a Scarf Garchomp. Uxie could lead, but I'll just crunch on that. Clodsire could lead. I have EQ. Not sure if I'll click it. Or if I just... At that point, should I just... Because Uxie, Meowscarada, and Clodsire are the possible leads. I think I'm just going to lead with Fortress. But anyway, so that was obviously something that's been taking up a lot of time in my life. And has been something very difficult for me to process. Additionally, and unrelatedly... my car's catalytic converter got stolen a few weeks back. Turns out that the price of the repair may be more than the insurance company is willing to handle, and so I've actually been told that my car might be totaled, which is super frustrating. So Pokemon has admittedly taken sort of a back seat in my experiences presently. And I'm going to try to like stay focused obviously today, but it's going to be a little bit harder than usual with this particular battle. So keep an eye on the sidebar. That's going to give you a lot of information about like where we're at in terms of points and standings and stuff like that. I have not been paying any attention, if we're being completely honest. They could go Goldango here. I mean, it would be a reasonable play for them to make. I'm not going to predict it right this second. I'm just going to spin the first time and then Volt Switch the second time. I could see like an Encore. I could see them going Goldango, but I'm not going to... I'm going to use my time later in the match, I think, making other decisions. So I'm just gonna rapid spin here. Scout out their intent a little bit. I think now I click Volt Switch. Although they might just set up rocks again. I could just spin again. So if I'm a little bit less energetic than usual, that's why. I'm just, you know, processing things and going through my life in a way that I need to. But all right, sorry, that was a downer at the beginning. We're up rocks right now. We're up rocks with about the same amount of damage on Yuxi as we have on Fortress, which is fine by me. I could just keep spinning forever. They're not Rocky Helmet. There's no punishment for it. I don't think they're going to try set rocks another time, though. I think they're just going to leave it at that. So I'm actually going to Volt Switch here. I might actually even outspeed at this point. At some point I will outspeed, so I'm just going to Volt Switch here. Switch out. Rocks are up, but this is an interesting chance to go into Ceruledge and maybe set up a Swords Dance. Or I don't have Swords Dance. Okay, this is not the set with Swords Dance. I usually have Swords Dance on it, but I don't this time. So I could just go into Overquill and click Crunch. What are you bringing in on a Crunch? Clodsire? Maybe? I guess I can go Mew and just Calm Mind. I haven't seen any way to super punish that. Yeah, let's go Mew here. Rocks are up, which is a little bit annoying. Clearly was prioritizing Stealth Rocks being up. I still have my Fortress for later. It can come on Meowscarada and stuff and be pretty useful. So I guess I can just Calm Mind here. There's the U-turn. Wow, I wish I was Weakness Policy. What do you go into, though? Meowscarada, maybe? If it's Meowscarada, I just kill it. Because I have the Pulver Berry. So I'll be up +1/+1. And Aura Sphere should kill if you are staying as a Dark type. Clodsire could also come in. It's going to be unaware, most likely. Which is fine. I mean, Psychic's still doing 50% if it's specially defensive. So Rocks plus Psychic damage is going to be helpful. Pretty good chance for it to live too, but it's not going to kill me with anything, so I'm not too stressed about it. Goldango could come in, but I could outspeed that. I can get a Scout on that. I do outspeed that if it's not Scarf. And after Rocks, if it's not bulky, Shadow Ball can kill it +1. Azu could come in, but at +1, Psychic's making sure it's never going to Belly Drum. Really taking their time here. It is Goldango, which is never going to kill me with a Shadow Ball at +1 special defense, and Shadow Ball can kill in return, and I outspeed, so we'll scout out if you are bulky. If you're not bulky, I can just kill you. You're Scarf. Okay, that's good to know. And you crit, right? No. What? Okay, hold on. I have enough speed to always outspeed you, so you have to be Choice Scarfed. I was at 109. So you're telling me is max, or it might be modest, but Timid had one singular roll that killed. Oh boy. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So Goldango kills Mew with Shadow Ball. If it's modest, there were more rolls that killed, so I'm not that mad about it. Scarf Garchomp could come in, but it can't. It has to click Crunch. And Shadow Ball hurts. Plus Azu can come in on that, and you'll know that I'm Scarfed. So I guess I'm just going to go out into Overquill here, knowing that you're Choice Scarf now. You're going to switch out, for sure. You're never staying in here. So do I Crunch or do I... I mean, it's probably Clodsire's coming in, right? So I can just double predicting the Clodsire switch and go into Fortress to get rid of the rocks. Although Fortress isn't doing anything Clodsire itself. I think I just go for a Crunch here. I'm offensive, so... Clodsire does come in here. We'll get a Scout on if you're physically or especially defensive. Looks physically defensive. Your leftovers. Eject button. I don't think that's how you plan to use that, but sure. I mean, what do you go into here? Back into your Goldango? Let's say you're modest. Make It Rain never kills after... Even modest, Scarf, Goldango, Make It Rain never kills. Dragonite comes in, and it is Boots. Alright. Oh, I'm Boots anyway, so yeah, it didn't matter. So this is where... I have a choice. I can... Just Haze, I think, is probably the play, but... I don't really want to sack this thing from completely full HP. I could just go hard Garchomp. And if you do set up one Dragon Dance, I still outspeed you. And I can always Intimidate and Haze later. So I'm going to go Garchomp here. It's a kind of risky play. With Multiscale active, obviously they're going to live one Outrage. But I can put them in range of stuff from Greninja. Just straight Earthquakes, okay. And get to crit. Cool. I'm just going to click Outrage here. It does let the Azu in for free. I don't even have to click Outrage here. I mean, it obviously does the most to this, but I don't know if this is staying in. And I don't know if I want to let Azu in completely for free like that. So I could just go for a Poison Jab or Crunch. Crunch is the safest. I'm going to Crunch. It's going to break Multiscale. That's all I really need right now. Straight Earthquake. Alright. I guess I didn't bring my Zapdos, so it doesn't make... It's not super unreasonable. That roll in the Goldango is really just making things more difficult for me, because if the Mew had survived and been able to do a ton of damage, possibly even killing Goldango... if you are modest, I was at 109 HP. And I was at +1 Spadef. It was a roll. It was about 50% roll. So it is Terra Normal. Okay, that's good to know. We get off the Crunch here. There's Dragon Dance. Okay. I think they're going to go for another one now, though, is the problem. But I think I can live... Can I live a +1 Earthquake with Overquill from full? Paranormal. Earthquake at +1. No. No, I can't. So I have to attack this again. Alright. They're gonna go for another Dragon Dance here. They just go for an Earthquake. Oh, that's actually huge. Okay. So Dragonite kills Garchomp with Earthquake. This thing being at +1 speed means it's gonna outspeed everything. I can just go Overquill. I could just go Fortress. Could have Fire Punch. I can't sneak it. Alright, so I'm gonna go Overquill. And we're gonna spam Haze like our life depends on it. It's gonna be at neutral. We're just gonna spam Haze. And basically say to you, you can't Dragon Dance on me, you have to attack. There's Roost. Wow, okay. And if the last move's extreme speed, then this thing really struggles to break Fortress. And I have Body Press. So it's not a +1 speed anymore. I can Barb Barrage here. 50% chance to poison would be kind of clutch. But then you get to +1 speed and +1 attack. EQ, Dragon Dance, Roost. EQ makes it so that I can't get the Rocky Helmet chip. I think I have to Barb Barrage, even though... Okay, you went straight for an Earthquake. Alright, that's cool. We're gonna live that. Break multi-scale. Please get the poison. Get the poison. Okay. So now we're just going to let this die. And we're going to spam haze. We're just going to spam haze forever. I don't care if this thing kills me here. There's an earthquake. Alright, so Dragonite kills Overquill with earthquake. So now we know Cerulege outspeeds. Close combat definitely kills. Goldango outspeeds the Cerulege though. But, well, Greninja also outspeeds here. And you're not at any sort of stat boost. But Greninja can't kill you from that range with any attack as your Terra Normal. So I go Cerulege. You probably switch? Do I close combat here? Bitter Blade's probably not killing. I definitely Terra, because I don't want to be weak to Earthquake. Bitter Blade does not quite kill. Earthquake doesn't either, but then I don't outspeed and I can't Shadow Sneak. But the poison should take you out after the Bitter Blade damage. But if you're going to switch into anything, you're going to switch into Azu. I'm just going to close combat here. I think you switch, though. Ultimately, you do stay in. Okay. You like Aqua Jet then, is the last move? Or are you just letting this go down to get a scout on my set here? Alright, so this thing did get 2 kills, which is not great for me. Cerulege kills Dragonite with close combat. If Azu comes in hard here, I think I taunt. Which is, obviously I'm at -1, it could just kill me with like Liquidation or Play Rough. But I can't let it Belly Drum, right? So... what's that? It's Goldango. So Bitter Blade's killing. So is Shadow Ball, though. And Shadow Ball can kill even if I'm not at -1. It's a roll, though. Not if it's modest. Shadow Sneak's not killing from here. But it does put it in range of Greninja. But I think this is where Forretress has to die. Then we go Gren. Dark Pulse can kill a Goldango. You're gonna Shadow Ball. Yep. That's a point! That's a point! Alright, cool. We're dead. Just not gonna even think too hard about this move. If they double into Clodsire, I can go for a Rapid Spin, I guess, but it's not... that's not going to win or lose me the game. I'm just going to go Gren. You're going to hit me with a Shadow Ball, potentially. I'm going to click Dark Pulse. If you do go into Azu on the Dark Pulse, then Gunk Shot plus Dark Pulse should kill. I can get a scout on if you're Assault Vested or not, based on the damage. But Dark Pulse into Gunk Shot with Rocks should kill if you are just max HP. So, hard switches. Goes out to Yuxi here. So this is a chance for Gren to come in and click Dark Pulse. And again, I think Meowscarada is the one thing that threatens to come in against Greninja. Hold on. So Ice Beam and Gunk Shot should kill that on switch in, but I obviously don't outspeed it. It might be Scarf Meowscarada too to actually outspeed me later. I don't kill this thing with anything but Dark Pulse, so I can just go into Cerulege here if I want to. But if it is Scarf Meowscarada, it is Scarf Meowscarada. I think that I just kind of have to accept that that's possibly going to come in here. And I'm just going to go for a Dark Pulse. And if you make the read and go into Meowscarada, that's a good play. Or do I have to make the read about Meowscarada coming in here so you don't let the Battle Bond pop? Because I could click Ice Beam, Yuxi clicking U-turn doesn't kill me. And that'll put Yuxi in range of another attack. And covers the Meowscarada switch in. But if I Ice Beam, I think I Gunk Shot? I'm gonna click Gunk Shot here. Wow, you stayed in. That's fine. Well, is it fine? It's not fine, because now you're gonna U-turn. That berry is not important. Memento. Alright, so Yuxi dies to Memento. That berry was very not important, apparently. So I guess I should have just Dark Pulsed, gotten the Battle Bond boost. The thing is, if they go into Meowscarada there, I'm in so much trouble. I have Fortress, I can sack that to whatever comes in here, so my Greninja could be back to, you know, relatively neutral attack. If it is Protean Meowscarada, they're going to have to switch it in and switch it out again in order to be Grass type to resist Water Shuriken. So assuming that it is, like, not Grass type for any reason, Water Shuriken can potentially do a lot of damage to it. Having the Fortress survive is actually kind of clutch, because of the fact that it allows my Greninja out and in again. And I do have the Cerulege, although Meowscarada can kill a Cerulege pretty easily, as long as it is still a Dark type. So it's Azu that comes in. I just showed you Gunk Shot, but it's not doing anywhere near enough damage right now. If they Belly Drum, I think do I have to Gunk Shot on the Belly Drum here? I'm at -2, right? Yeah. I mean, if they +6, does Aqua Jet kill? Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, so I have to Gunk Shot here. And if they Belly Drummed, then we're in good shape. Everything got Citrus Berries, though. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go sack the Fortress. Get the Rocky Helmet chip. Oh, no, we don't, because it's going to die to rocks here. So Fortress dies to rocks. Aqua Jet. So now Cerulege can potentially kill with Shadow Sneak. If it doesn't kill with Shadow Sneak, then Greninja should kill with Water Shuriken from the range that it remains at. So it's not over yet, because then Greninja kills with Water Shuriken, we get the boost. And if it's not Scarfed Meowscarada, then we win, and if it is Scarfed Meowscarada, then we don't. And that could be basically how the game goes. Okay, so we kill that with Cerulege. Kills Azumarill with Shadow Sneak. Meowscarada comes in? Clicks knockoff? Wins game? I Shadow Sneak? Technically, if it's not offensive, Meowscarada for some reason, it's not a guaranteed kill with knockoff. It is offensive. It's very much a guaranteed kill with knockoff. I don't know why it wouldn't be an offensive Meowscarada. Yeah, Meowscarada comes in, and I think the game's over here. We see the rocks hurt it. I assume it's going to click knockoff. Then it's going to be able to click Flower Trick and kill the Greninja, unless it is Scarfed. If it's Scarfed and knockoff, then it switches and comes back in. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to click Shadow Sneak, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to sneak. There's the knockoff. Okay, so Meowscarada kills Cerulege with knockoff. That was a moment where I kind of wish I was Terra Fairy, but it's okay. Greninja's gonna come in. We'll find out if it's Scarfed, I guess. It is pure dark right now. So I would need maybe a 5-hit Water Shuriken. Is that like 70%? 5-hit Water Shuriken could kill. Do I play to that? I guess so, right? What? This is all vested. Okay. That's never gonna kill. Or it's not Protean. It's not Protean. That's what I missed there. It's not Protean. It doesn't matter. I mean, it wasn't gonna... Meowscarada kills Greninja with Flower Trick. I think it was Assault Vest and not Protean, but... We do pick up a point. Technically 2, if you want to argue. We did get the 3-0 loss, so it's the smaller differential loss, as well as the point for something surviving on under 5 HP. Because it wasn't Scarf Meowscarada, there's a chance that Greninja being able to get to +1 on the Uxie. But if it was Assault Vest, then I'm not killing it with an Ice Beam anyway. I don't think. Especially if they had like Sucker Punch or something. Maybe I was. Depends on how much investment it had, I guess. Yeah, so I guess I should have gone for the Dark Pulse onto the Uxie and then hoped they stayed in, but then they go Clodsire, probably? And I'm never killing a Clodsire because it's unaware. So at that point, I have to either just click Ice Beam to do damage to it, or Dark Pulse for flinches forever, and just hope it works out. Which I'm not sure was ever going to get me there. Anyway, I apologize for the low energy battle this time. I mean, I feel like from the beginning, this was probably a pretty predictable outcome, which I kind of hate in my content, knowing sort of beforehand what's going to happen. But it's been admittedly a very tough week for me to, you know, be active in my community. The TBL, the league that I run, is actually taking a week delay for when it's getting started, which actually works out well with this video because the TBL is starting up this is getting uploaded on Sunday. I'm doing the draft stream on Monday for the TBL over on the Twitch Battle League Twitch channel. Links in the description below. And then we're getting battle started on Wednesday is the first battle. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be coming up obviously very shortly, but that was delayed by a week for all the things that are happening in my life. And I don't know. The heart wasn't there. This was supposed to be Addison battling this week. I'm going to make a million excuses right now. They're going to sound really phony and not, like, I don't know. It's just, next week's going to be fine. We're going to be right back at it. We're going to be back to the grindstone next week, putting ourselves out there, trying to make good content for you and trying to have good battles, because this just didn't, I don't know. I just, like, wasn't feeling it. That said, great game by my opponent. Obviously, this is not trying to take away anything from my opponent's game. They played very well, and I do wish them the best. Uzi, especially in the move to Australia, I wish the best. And Maddie as well, thank you so much for stepping in and being able to do the battle. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be a more energetic, more hyped battle, more up to the standard that you're all expecting. And again, I apologize for what this video will look like, but I hope that you are all excited for the remainder of the TBL and GBA seasons, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited for them too, and I hope you are all going to join me for those journeys. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.